is less than 2 weeks away, but Tony Khan said, nah, we ain't gonna wait that long. He stepped in the kitchen and cooked up a meal we'll never forget. We got string beans, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, black-eyed peas, cornbread, chicken legs, sweet potato pie. Wrestling's been bad, but everything's gonna be alright. Hey, Tony! This is what I'm talking about! This is what I want to see. Man, we've been going through the ruthless depression. We've been starving, dog. Man, we would have settled for a bag of chips to eat. Tony Khan, he turned around and gave us a Thanksgiving feast. Blood and guts cooked like Martha Stewart, cooked like Dave Ramsey, cooked like one of the BBWs that I love the day before Thanksgiving in their panties. It was fire, man. Oh my God, everything about this show was a complete 10 out of 10. But the best thing about it was you didn't have to pay $50 for a pay-per-view. You didn't have to pay $30 for an ESPN app. It was as free as doing this. Oh, what that mean, Bobby Monsoon? It was as free as the air we breathe. And this was probably the best show of the year, free 99. Tony Khan, round of applause. Now, like I say all the time, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not an AEW guy. I'm a lifelong WWE fan and been that way my whole life. I'm just disgruntled. The AEW sickos, we argue all the time, we go back and forth. But I had to look them in the eye on live, man. I'm responding to comments, I'm getting calls, I gotta apologize. They won. AEW cooked, the AEW sickos are in a great place. I know they're feeling great. And man, they're ending the year off strong, man. But you know who else is a WWE guy? You know who else is feeling disgruntled? His name is Westside Gunn. Oh, you don't remember who Westside Gunn is? Oh, nobody. Oh, just somebody who made wrestling cool again. At least one of the people that's in the hip-hop industry, using WWE references, using WWE superstars, putting them in his music, and being a part of making wrestling cool again. And you know the reward he gets for that? He paid $5,000 to get a front row seat. I know y'all heard of the show. And you know the reward he got? Kicked out! Imagine if you paid your rent, right? You didn't do nothing wrong. You worked all month, you paid your rent on the 1st, and your landlord comes, kicks you out. You didn't break your lease. You didn't do nothing in your apartment but pay your rent, and you're still getting your ass put on the street. WWE and TKO are going to new levels of the demonic crap they've been on. I'ma show y'all this.
Mark Brenner kicked me out of Monday Night Raw on my $5,000 seat. For no reason.
There is no excuse for this, but Westside Gunn, he was front row at Blood and Guts, right? He probably paid 4 to 5 times lower for that front row ticket and got a product 400 to 500 times better than what he was gonna watch. Tony Khan not only be showing Westside Gunn love, he let him perform at All In. Dog, Tony Khan is embracing the hip-hop culture. He's embracing people that's, you know what I mean, that it makes sense to embrace for the product. So shout out to AEW and Tony Khan for not kicking a lifelong fan out. Oh, my bad, y'all. Damn, I was gonna bring something up. Oh yeah, Snore Games! Man, comparing Blood and Guts to Snore Games, it's gonna be like comparing Grandma's Sunday dinner to the school cafeteria tray. It's gonna be like comparing Home Alone 1 and 2 to Home Alone 3. It's gonna be like comparing Rihanna to Rasputia. Man, you gotta be a complete idiot to be putting Blood and Guts and Snore Games in the same sentence. And Snore Games didn't even happen yet. Let me know in the comments if I'm bugging or not. This ad is brought to you by the pirates in the chat. Go to BobbyMonsoon.com. Get your Ruthless Depression ad t-shirt. If you're sick of the BS in professional wrestling, if you're sick of the soulless billionaires taking advantage Compression Air t-shirt, then, now, and never again! Now, Blood and Guts started off with the women's match, and I'm gonna be honest, this is contender for match of the year. Shout out to every single woman in this match. I don't remember seeing not one botch. I don't remember seeing one slip up or miscue. Every single woman worked hard, bust their ass, put each other over in this match. Even Mercedes Moné. Y'all know I got heat with Mercedes Moné. She keeps winning all the titles. I think the storyline is getting redundant and stale. But even Mercedes Moné, she comes out, man. She has spots. She had every right to get cheap heat. She had every right to be a dirty heel, to kind of tiptoe around the match, to not get her hands dirty. Mercedes Moné get her hands dirty. Every single woman in this match got their hands dirty. And I just want to shout that out. And let me know if I'm bugging in the comments. For me, this could be a contender for match of the year, man. Seriously. I don't remember the last time I've been thoroughly entertained in a women's match like this, let alone a match overall. You had Jamie Hayter coming through with the kendo stick, but it's not just a regular kendo stick. It's a kendo stick wrapped in barbed wire. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. At first, I wasn't a big fan of Jamie Hayter. A lot because I didn't even know who she was. But man, Jamie Hayter is growing on me little by little, man. Her coming out with that barbed wire bat, her with the red hair kind of looking like Wendy. I'm messing with Jamie Hayter a lot more than what I was previously. Now, speaking of becoming a new fan, man, I did not know Megan Bayne was this fire. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was completely sleeping on Megan Bayne. Now, I knew she was a solid performer, but watching this Blood and Guts match, how she came in, like I said, her stature, and I said this on my live, this is how Raquel Rodriguez should be booked over in WWE. Dog, you got Harley Cameron, and I think she did good too, because I hated that puppet gimmick, but she put it over very well for me in Blood and Guts. But she came through, she hit Megan Bayne with the top of a trash can lid. It didn't even faze Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne takes the trash can lid, hits her, then slams her hard as hell on the trash can lid. Megan Bayne seems like that could be the one. She could be the woman to carry AEW's women division on her back for the next 10 years. If you ask your boy Bobby Monsoon, I've been calling Megan Bayne, sending her emails, trying to get her over to the Don Callis family. Man, we need somebody like Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne is a powerhouse. Another powerhouse woman is Marina Shafir. I honestly thought Marina Shafir, I knew she could wrestle, but I didn't think that she was really being took serious. I thought she was just doing a bit for the Death Riders. She was like kind of being in Jon Moxley's shadow, but this is her coming out party, for me at least, man. Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir, I didn't even realize till the chat told me that they are in the tag team. In the tag team tournament. And I'm telling you, I'm booking it. I'm damn near guaranteeing that at Full Gear, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir will be walking out women's tag team champions. There is not two women on that roster or any other roster on this earth that could team up, man, and be more believable than these women. Marina Shafir, she came in. She had beef with Chris Statlander from the rip, man. Chris Statlander tries to jump on Marina Shafir back. She ain't having it. She kicks Marina Shafir on the bed of nails. Oh my God. Chris Statlander, shout out to her, man. That's another powerhouse, the women's AEW champion. Like I said, I feel like each one of these women has certain spots that just made them shine, man. Even Toni Storm. You know, Toni Storm, she lost the AEW Women's Championship. You know, every time she falls from grace, she goes crazy. First, she had kind of like dementia or Alzheimer's, where she went back to her old Toni Storm when she was beefing with Mariah May. Now, she's kind of like this Joker character. She done lost herself. She got this spot where she takes tape, wraps it around her hand. Her hand is taped to broken glass. She's hitting Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir. She's knocking, she's snuffing everyone in sight. This was fire, man. And to be honest, I never seen women go this hard. I never seen women be able to go on the stage and be like, man, we could perform to that level. If y'all want that from us, we could perform on that level too. This is what I'm talking about. The last time I felt this way about women's wrestling was NXT Black and Gold, the Four Horsewomen, Sasha, Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. This is the last time I felt this way about women's wrestling. Now for me, maybe I've been late to the party, but I've been put on notice after Blood and Guts, this women's match. I've been put on full notice that AEW women's division has a strong division coming up in the next few years. I got my eyes on everybody in this match. Then Toni Storm, she comes out with the mirror. She tries to slam into the mirror, run her butt into Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir takes the mirror, throws it back in Toni Storm's face, man. And that was the beginning of the end, dog. You had Mina Shirakawa, right? She got a barbed wire bat in the middle of Megan Bayne. She got Megan Bayne in a figure four. Shafir, she sees this, dog. I don't know. She just went somewhere psychotic. She has her bare feet. She takes her bare feet. She stomps on broken glass. She twists her feet. Then she kicks Mina Shirakawa right in the chest. One of the most crazy spots. Megan Bayne, she's taking a title belt. Bang! Bang! Whipping Mina Shirakawa. Toni Storm, she can't do nothing. The Sisters of Sin, everybody else holding her back, making her watch. Damn near beat to death. She had no other choice but to surrender. She surrenders. And Mina Shirakawa, Megan Bayne, Mercedes Moné, and they take the win, man. And this is a fire match. This was one of the most exciting matches I've seen all year. And man, shout out to all these women once again. They put each other over. They all bust their ass, man. And for me, this is contender for match of the year. Let me know in the comments, am I being a prisoner of the moment? Let me know in the comments, am I bugging? This was one of the best matches I've seen all year. Next match, we got Falls Count Anywhere. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Hangman Adam Page. The past few weeks, Powerhouse Hobbs been giving Hangman Adam Page nothing but trouble, man. Slamming him off the stage. Now they got Falls Count Anywhere match, man. Hangman Adam Page, his ribs is taped up. It don't matter, dog. Powerhouse Hobbs ain't trying to hear that. He slams him on the steel steps. They're fighting everywhere, man. And Powerhouse Hobbs, he couldn't get the win. He lost. Hangman Adam Page wound up hitting him with the boot, slamming him. He falls off the rafters into the table. Oh, got electrocuted, damn there. The lights were flickering. It was a fire spot to end the match, man. But this is the thing, though. Hangman Adam Page went through a lot of damage this match. He's been getting hurt and beat up all match, man. And if that wasn't it, after the match, he goes to the ring. Now you got the rest of the ops. Samoa Joe, Shibata, they go into the ring. They start whipping Hangman Adam Page ass. They tell him to bring the cell down. They're about to do even more damage. Hook. Eddie Kingston come out to help the situation. Then that's where Hangman Adam Page says, you know what? You wanted a cage match? Dumbass. All you had to do was say it. So now we got Samoa Joe, Hangman Adam Page, cage match at Full Gear. This is the thing. It's going to be interesting to see how are they going to book the ending of that. I honestly can't wait to Full Gear to see what happens. Next, they had a segment with FTR and the legend Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat was out, you know what I mean? He was showing love. He was a guest to the show. FTR comes out, and FTR being heels recently, they've been disrespecting everybody, man. Bandito Mom, they disrespect Ricky Steamboat. They disrespected everybody, man. They're about to break Ricky Steamboat's neck like they did with Tony Khan. Brodito comes out. It was a cool segment because we just had two crazy matches. So it was a cool segment to just kind of have an intermission and kind of have a little break before the men's blood and guts match. Next, you got the men's blood and guts match, man. It started off Willa Yuta and Darby Allin, man. You know Darby Allin, he come through from the rip with the skateboard, the tacks on the bottom. Man, putting them on Willa Yuta face, man. Darby Allin is sick, man. This is the only dude I'm putting on Cactus Jack level. Now, this match was mainly dominated by the Death Riders. The Death Riders was kicking ass this whole match, and it's because it was a little bit uneven. You know your boy Bobby Monsoon. Yeah, I made the call, man. I pulled some strings to get Mark Briscoe hurt. backstage, so he wasn't going to be coming out the night. At least we thought so, man. So the Death Riders was an uneven match for most of the match, man. Death Riders whipping ass, man. Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, John Moxley, he come out with a fork from the rip. He's hitting Kyle, he's hitting Roger, he's hitting everybody with the fork. He's taking a fork, he's digging the fork, and Darby Allin's back! And they was trying to kill Darby Allin. They had a spot where Darby Allin took a power driver straight on glass. Now, Mark Briscoe wound up coming out of nowhere, man. He came out with the, I don't know if you call them pliers or cutters or whatever they were. He cut the cage open. He go in the match. He has a bunch of spots, man. He's on top of the cage. I'm thinking he was about to get thrown off or something, but he didn't, man. Then you had another spot where John Moxley, he's taking these staples, stapling Orange Cassidy's hand to his pocket. You know Orange Cassidy like to have his hands in his pockets. But man, John Moxley's making sure his hand stays in his pockets forever. You had Gabe Kidd coming out of nowhere, attacking Darby Allin, bringing him to the top of the stage arena, right? Then Pac takes him up top, man. They set the Gabe Kidd throws gasoline on the table, set the table on fire. Dog, they throw Darby Allin off the stage. Dog, this was one of the craziest spots I've seen, man. Darby Allin is, shout out Darby Allin, man. What an entertaining spot. What an entertaining match that this dude put on. Now, the match ended in a way that got a lot of people thinking that the Death Riders are going to wind up turning on John Moxley. John Moxley tapped out to the ankle lock to Kyle O'Reilly. That makes 3 times John Moxley tapped out and you lost the AEW championship. Man, how does the Death Riders feel about this? Pac, Castagnoli, Yuta, Garcia, how do they feel it? Shafir, how do they feel about this, man? A lot of people think John Moxley is going to get the knife put right in his back by the Death Riders. Let me know what you think, man. He tapped out 3 times this year. Shout out Kyle O'Reilly, man. He was able to top out John Moxley at Blood and Guts. That puts a little bit more stock and clout on his name. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Blood and Guts! Tony Khan brung Thanksgiving in early. Thank you. To be honest, this has been a solid week of wrestling so far. We got John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship match in the match he had with Dominic Mysterio. That was fire. Blood and Guts might be one of the best events of the year. Might be the event of the year. The Women's Blood and Guts might be the match of the year. In a few days, we got Crackdown. So unfortunately, we're going to have to come down from a high. But hey, it's been so many weeks, we had absolutely nothing to really get too excited about. You know, AEW been cooking slowly, you know what I mean? Raw on Netflix been ass. Crackdown been ass. So, yeah, man. Like I always say, my expectations are low as a crackhead credit score. But AEW exceeded expectations that I could ever imagine. So shout out everybody, especially the women in AEW, man. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I'm going to holler at y'all in the morning. Friday. I'll holler at y'all in the comments, but then I'll come back at y'all live on Crackdown, man. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bow!